Welcome to your favorite talk show on facilitating thought leadership. This is your host, Abhay Wadhwa. I'm thrilled to actually have as our guest today a really remarkable gentleman, professional, pioneer of sorts. So please join me in welcoming Ravi Sarangan. He is a co-founder and a director at Edifice Consultants. So we have a treat in front of us as he shares with all of us how the process, as he calls a roller coaster ride, unfolded and where are we going? And that's the big thing. How do we stay relevant in evolving field within an evolving context? So welcome, Ravi. It's great to have you here, and thanks for being on our show here.
Honor to be on the show. Similar feelings. I've known Abhay since a long time. We studied together. What I'm going to tell you today is probably the story of Edifice, but it will probably be the story of all your lives. People who were born in the late 60s and 70s could probably relate to the story that I'm going to narrate. It's a story that is not just about architecture. It's more about life, the lessons that we learned, the changes of courses that we made, and continue to. Our vision has been, and this has been steadfast. Of course, we've made few changes to our vision, but any solution that we deliver will be relevant to the context, sensitive to the client and the environment. And there should be a sense of pride, right? At the end of the day, you should have a smile on your face after you've handed over a project. And we are in a service industry, and that's what we are looking out for. Architecture is not to be taught, it has to be experienced as you grew along. It was a 5-year course. But then we realized that the curriculum actually built the foundation for us, right? We all can say after 5 years of college that what did we learn? But there were plenty of things that we learned, especially soft skills. One big thing that we learned at JJ in our 5 years was teamwork and bonding. So we knew the names of each and every student in that institution. I mean, that's the kind of bonding that was built. So it was a big family. And this bonding happened because on several instances, I think we worked together on design projects, especially, we had these inter-architecture school competitions where we worked together. That's when you realize that that architecture is not a single man's activity. It's a set of people coming together, many stakeholders coming together, and it's a joint effort. This sense of ego, which is prevalent in every architect, that it's my design. It's not that. I think it's our design. It's coming together of several disciplines. This profession screams for self-practice. And therefore, we started off by doing very, very small jobs. So we called ourselves, I think, Take 3 Architects initially. And we started off with designing a kitchen cabinet. So lesson 1 is never look down upon any project. My project is going to last 6 months. What happens if one of you all split? So my answer to him immediately was, don't worry, sir, we will last till this project lasts. And those words were ominous from the chairman. The minute the project ended, Nitin decided to kind of start on his own. So we were left with just me and Sanjay and a few people. And at that point in time, this chairman said one thing. There's one thing in life you should note. A human being can handle as many failures as possible. We are tuned to that. But success comes your way. It's the most difficult to handle. You become a monkey, you wouldn't know how to handle success. We are tough as human beings to handle as many failures as possible. The lesson number 3 was the sword on our head. The equated monthly installments that we needed to pay for the loan raised was what pushed us. People see it as a negative act, right? Paying the EMIs for the loan that you have taken. But we use that as a weapon. For us, that sword on our head was what pushed us beyond our complacency, beyond our boundaries, to look at wherever Infosys expanded. And what really helped us in this engagement was our adherence to our values, right? Integrity helped us so immensely that we just stopped giving false commitment to clients. We just stopped lying at site, which is a common trait, right, in the early years of our practice. So one IT client led us to another and third and fourth, and we suddenly grew from 7 to 35. What we did differently from all the other architectural practices then, typically as a practice, we tend to take, we tend to build a lot of safety factors. Factor of safety is high when it comes to commitments of deliverables to the client in terms of drawings, right? If design time was stipulated then as 6 months, we would think of getting that done in 3 months, and without diluting or without compromising on quality of design. So what we did was we got the first steps that we took towards initiating process flows, step by step, documenting everything, documenting our errors. To err is human, right? But if you document that error and ensure that you don't repeat it the next time around. We did this because we were handling projects of a scale which was tough to handle for many firms. And even if they were to handle, they were taking 6 months to 9 months. We used to take up these projects and finish the design time in half the time, and then tender it out and get contractors and consultants to agree to do it with a penalty and a bonus clause at half the time. So what it did was my clients were so happy that they were getting projects, they were getting spaces to be occupied, and so that they could generate revenue, right? It's all about one workstation for Infosys was generating $1 million then per annum.